Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Planets Through Ascendant series. And yes, I have registered all your Q&As from my post on YouTube, and I'll be making them probably by Friday, Saturday. So today we're going to be discussing Moon in the 6th house in the sign of Gemini for Capricorn ascendant people. As in what happens when Moon is in the 6th house in the sign of Gemini for Capricorn ascendant folks. And if you do not know, if you have this particular moon, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the astrological details, for that check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where I just uploaded an interesting video on brands and how certain brands, affect your life based on, your ascendant and your chart. So when Moon is in the 6th house in Gemini, one of the first thing we noticed with this particular moon is that a person, especially because Moon represents our mind and what we're thinking constantly, the motor that is running. And in Capricorn case, it also represents the 7th house of spouse, partners, competitors, people who are like opponents, and this is why most of the time marriage is like competing with an opponent. You will see most of the time the conversation between you and your spouse will be always related to health, will always be related to how to improve health, how to not get into debt, how to solve the issues of the debt. And yes, these particular conversation can suddenly, go out of control as well. Like you would be having a normal conversation, but one of the other person, whether you or your partner, your spouse, says something, and suddenly the conversation goes into a very wild theme. It suddenly bursts into an argument. And usually in one's daily routines, one's daily work life, one needs to have a form of dignified communication happening in order for one to feel like that they're doing their work. Meaning, if you took a car salesman, somebody who, let's say, is in money management field, somebody who is, let's say, in mortgage field, and they have to talk to people in trying to convince them about the product that they're selling, this person will feel in very unnatural environment if they don't have that. Like especially right now, most people, let's say, will have to conversate people over email, over Zoom. This person is more about that in-person one-to-one communication. They have to be in, whether it's a tech field, they want to go into the communication side, marketing, journalism, it's all about communication. Even if a person is, let's say, in some administrative work, they're gonna want communication on regular basis in order for them to fulfill, like, oh yeah, I am doing my work and my fight in this particular world, whether it's through writing or whether it's through vocal communication. Usually one will have a very talkative mother, and especially mother will fight with her siblings over the phone about random things. Mother will be very good at business, very good at like making sure that they get the best deal. And usually one's issues of the marriage also either gets triggered or solved by the mother. So if, let's say, mother is in the picture, for those who have mother in their life and have that relationship with them, either communicating with them will cause disturbance within the marriage, or it will help solve a dispute and disagreement within the marriage. And especially for Gemini moon, for Capricorn ascendant people, the first thing you will notice, if you ever either dated a person like that, you're married to a person like that, within the first or second date, they wanted to talk to you about traveling somewhere. Oh yeah, I think we should go here. I think we should go there. Because for them, traveling and then making a conversation while traveling is how they kind of become romanticized, or they romanticize the situation through that. So anytime there's an argument between the person and their spouse, travel. Make plans for traveling, because traveling will be the antidote to those arguments. But usually you will see Gemini moon people will always have arguments and conflicts on the most smallest of things, the most awkward of things. Like a husband will tell the wife, why are you using tomatoes, instead of yogurt? Okay, I'm using yogurt instead of tomatoes. There'll be some argument with that. Wife will be, looking at the husband and be like, why are you wearing these brown shoes with the black pants? Well, I want to wear this. And there will be some argument on that. And especially, naturally, one will have to go through multiple relationships before they find the right person in their life. So these are some of the intricacies of, moon in Gemini. But one of the most important things is that for them, life is about a communicational adventure. Like especially in moon in the 6th house, they have a very kinky way of wanting to communicate. But especially moon in Gemini individual becomes extremely romantic with the 6th house position. For them, romance and relationship is actually becomes their artha. They actually enjoy when there is some conflict in the relationship, and through communication they can solve those things. And usually, I've actually done readings for people who actually are even attorneys, many of them with moon in the 6th house, or people who do like what do you call I forgot it's a very weird title, so that's why I'm not remembering it. But it's like a PR person, but a PR person who takes care of all the mishaps of some corporation. I know there's a specific word for that. Like they come and they try to, spin the story in some way where it doesn't sound so bad. They do excellent in those type of work environment as well. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of moon in the 6th house for Capricorn ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below if you want to know where your moon is placed, all your astrological details. For that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.